When Elena Carter accepted the nanny job for the elusive, work-obsessed CEO Alexander Vance, she never imagined her life would twist into something that felt more like a corporate fairy tale, mixed with a ticking time bomb, and yet standing in the marble-floored foyer of Vance Tower on that stormy morning made her realize something was coming, something big, because Alexander never summoned her to his office during business hours unless it involved his 5-year-old daughter Mia, who adored Elena more than anyone else in the world, including her emotionally distant father. The elevator ride felt endless until the doors finally opened to Alexander's top-floor office, and there he stood, tall, sharp-eyed, handsome in a cold, controlled way that made everyone in the building step aside. But today his mask looked cracked, his jaw tense, his fingers tapping anxiously against the glass desk as he gestured for her to sit, though she remained standing because the atmosphere felt too strange, too electric, and she asked him what was wrong, and Alexander exhaled slowly before explaining that the board was threatening to remove him as CEO, not because of financial failures, his company was thriving, but because his public image was spiraling. A single dad who never appeared settled, who worked too much, whose ex-wife had left years ago in a scandal that tabloids loved exploiting, and now the media was attacking the company again, accusing him of being unstable, which frightened investors, and the board insisted he present a more stable family image before the next quarterly meeting or risk losing everything he built. And that's when he looked Elena straight in the eyes and said the words that nearly made her heart stop. "Pretend we're married for a month," a sentence so surreal and heavy that Elena took a step back, blinking as though he couldn't possibly mean what he'd just said. But Alexander clarified that he needed someone trustworthy, someone who already cared for Mia, someone the public wouldn't question, someone the board would accept. And she was the only person he could rely on. But Elena shook her head, overwhelmed because she was just a nanny, a woman with dreams but no power. And the idea of pretending to be his wife wasn't just insane, it was dangerous, especially for her heart. Yet he continued, explaining that they'd only need to appear together at events, interviews, dinners, and that he would compensate her generously with enough money to pay off her mother's medical debt. Something Elena had been drowning under silently for months, but she still hesitated, because feelings were creeping in. Feelings she'd tried to bury since the day she first met him. The day Mia dropped her ice cream in the lobby and Alexander, exhausted and defeated, apologized 100 times while Elena knelt and comforted the girl, making her laugh, making Alexander look at her as though she was sunlight in a storm, but she knew she couldn't confuse his desperation with affection.